So I listened to the whole video, the 50-minute video, and he's putting his argument that there is no rapture, or if there is rapture, then it would be at the end of Great Tribulation. But mainly he's saying there is no rapture. I listened to the whole, he's saying his argument, but I'm going to show you a part where he's saying that it's his biggest argument. And that it's not, you cannot debunk it.
To finish this, because I think it's just so important. And the Lord has just really hit me up good this morning on this subject. And he has he reminded me of the parable of the wheat and tares. And guys, this is probably going to be one of my strongest points here, because there's really no arguing with it. It is what it is. So let's just go ahead and get right to it. Matthew chapter 13 verses 24 through 30 is the parable that Jesus spoke of about the wheat and the tares. Now you will hear people use this to try and say, trying to prove the rapture, saying that, you know, that the tares and the wheat have to grow up together, and that he's going to come take us, the wheat, you know, when it's time for the harvest, he's going to take the wheat, trying to compare it to a rapture. Now we're going to go over this, and I'm telling you right now, this pretty much destroys the rapture doctrine. So here we go. Verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. Now let's stop right there and think about this for a minute. And guys, my allergies are just killing me. I don't know if it's the stuff that they're spraying in the air or what, but my nose won't stop running. And so my voice and stuff sounds kind of crazy, but look at what it says here. The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. Well, let's look at that in the world we live in. What is the good seed? Well, the good seed is the seed of faith. Hold on a second. Oops. The good seed is the seed of faith. Okay, because that's how it all starts. Once you have that seed of faith, you're on your way. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. Now, what does that sound like? Let's think about when this first happened. Well, let's go back to Adam and Eve. Isn't that what Satan did? Didn't he plant his seed with Cain?
Okay, right there. When he's saying that the seed is spiritual, that it's the seed of faith, it's true. But the problem is that the people that think that it's all a matter of spiritual, they are right about it's a matter of spiritual, but it's also a matter of physical. Just as Jesus came in the flesh, he ascended to the Father, became spiritual. It's physical and spiritual. When he just proved it himself. He just proved it himself right there. He's saying that the seed, the good seed, is the seed of faith. So spiritual. It's true. But after he's saying, when Satan sowed this seed, it made Cain. Cain was physical. It was a physical man. So it's true that it's spiritual And it's true that it's physical. But the problem is that when you deny it, you have only half truth. You need the whole truth. It's all spiritual and physical. I'm going to get to the main argument that he has, that's saying that it's destroyed the rapture doctrine. But right there, he proven it himself. He said it when Satan came and sowed his own seed. It made Cain. Cain is a physical person. When Jesus sowed his seed and it made Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve were physical people. Adam and Eve were physical people. Cain was physical people. But it's true also that it's spiritual. It's not just one or the other. It's both. In this very situation here, it's both. Just listen again. He's saying it's seed of faith, spiritual. But as also Satan came after, so this seed made Cain. Cain was physical person.
That's it. Okay, because that's how it all starts. Look at what it says here. The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. Well, let's look at that in the world we live in. What is the good seed? Well, the good seed is the seed of faith. Hold on a second. Oops. The good seed is the seed of faith. Okay, because that's how it all starts. Once you have that seed of faith, you're on your way. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Now, what does that sound like? Let's think about when this first happened. Well, let's go back to Adam and Eve. Isn't that what Satan did? Didn't he plant his seed with Cain?
Planted with his seed, and it made Cain. Cain was a physical person. So it's proving that the seed is not only spiritual, but also physical. I'm not saying that he's wrong saying that the seed is the seed of faith and it's spiritual. What I'm saying is that it's just half the truth. It's half truth. The whole truth, physical also. There were giants. They were physical people, physical flesh. The giants were physical. Cain was physical. Adam was physical. Eve was physical. Jesus was physical at some point. So it's not only spiritual and it's not only physical. You need to have the whole truth.
That sounds exactly like what he did. You know, he planted his seed and tried to corrupt the good seed.
But he couldn't because Jesus put enmity between the seed. What it makes is that when Satan tried to corrupt the seed, since the seed had enmity, then it made 100% human, 100% sons of Satan. It's my claim. Because if Abel and Cain were twins, and they were born at the same time, from the same mother but not the same father, then it's proving that right there, from the very start, DNA couldn't pierce each other, because else it would have made hybrid right away. But yet, there was Abel, and he was from the good seed, and there was Cain, and he was from the bad seed, the Taurus. From the very start, because it's in Genesis 4 that Abel and Cain were born. In Genesis 4. And when it's saying that Jesus put enmity between the seed, the chapter before, in Genesis 3. In Genesis 3, Jesus put enmity. In Genesis 4, you've got the first beginning, the offspring, Abel and Cain. And Abel was good seed, Cain was bad seed. Right from the start proven that enmity between the seed you've got 100% human, 100% sons of Satan. And why the giants then? Because it was exclusively the daughter of man, sons of Satan, man, sons of Satan, not man, human. Exclusively man, sons of Satan, with fallen angels made the giants. When it's saying that the sons of God saw the daughter of man, it's not saying that it was the human. It's not saying that it was the Taurus. It's saying that the sons of God, the angels, saw the daughters of man, and they bear children, made the giants. Now, which men was it? It was, I'm claiming that it was exclusively the sons of Satan with fallen angels making giants. I'm not saying that they didn't try with the daughters of men human, but what made the giant is exclusively with the sons of Satan. Why I'm making it so precise is because I have someone who asked me, do you believe that fallen angels could have intercourse with human woman? What I'm thinking, yes, but they don't make any offspring. Do you see the very difference? I think that the fallen angels also had intercourse with daughter of men, human, but had no children with them. Because of the enmity between the seed, it couldn't make the giants. But when they had intercourse, the angel, with the sons of Satan from the lineage of Cain, then it made an offspring, the giants. It's my claim. Maybe I got something wrong, but I'm trying, because I'm saying there is enmity between the seed and there is no hybrid. The hybrid thing is a lie. So how come the giants? It could be only for that if exclusively sons of Satan and fallen angels making the giants. And I'm not saying that they didn't have intercourse with human woman also, but I'm saying that it didn't make offspring. I don't know for sure if I got the truth, but it's what I believe in so far, because I seek and it's what it's come to so far. And how come they're going to mess up the DNA? I'm saying that it's not going to be with mingling the seed. They try to mingle the seed, but it doesn't make an offspring of hybrids. So how come they can mess up the DNA of human? With artificial DNA. Do you see, if they cannot mess up and make hybrids from the DNA of sons of Satan with DNA of human, how they can break up the DNA of human? With artificial DNA. So I think that the mark of the beast is going to be having artificial DNA altering the human DNA. There is an explanation for everything. Do I have the right interpretation? Do I have the right answer? I'm giving you what I think is the truth. So do you see this? It's still another view, because so far you've got Jonathan Clegg saying, look, the giants, so we are all hybrids. What I'm saying is that it was exclusively sons of Satan and fallen angels making the giants, because it's making from iron more iron. Not the clay. The clay doesn't mix with iron. It's what I'm saying.
But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also.